Hi, welcome to my channel or welcome back. Thank you for joining me for this video. This video will be focused on Vestiaire Collective, so it will be sort of review of Vestiaire Collective. If you are new here, welcome. My name is Natalia and I'm self-admitted shameless shopaholic. And I post on YouTube videos on how I spend my money or how I waste my money, if you will. If you like shopping, especially luxury design and handbags, but also other type of fashion, please consider joining my anonymous shopaholic club down below so we stay in this addiction together. Today I want to talk to you about buying luxury on the second-hand market. So buying so-called pre-loved luxury items and why I am personally not a fan, why I don't recommend that way of buying luxury. And I want to give you some of my insights or observations about Vestiaire Collective because that's the site that I shop mostly pre-loved. And I want to focus more on the negative sides because that's the point of that video, to let you know or kind of emphasize what are the minuses of shopping. And of course I will also say some positive things or some pluses to shop on Vestiaire Collective. And a disclaimer, by all means that's not a video which intends to bash Vestiaire Collective. I just want to be honest and say what are the bad and the ugly of that process. As I said, I mostly shop with Vestiaire myself, and maybe I will tell you what are the reasons why I shop on Vestiaire. But to start with, maybe if by any chance you click on that video and you have no idea what is Vestiaire Collective. So Vestiaire Collective is online platform, a shopping platform for reselling your mostly luxury goods. And a lot of people will go there for handbags, but there are also clothes, shoes, whatever you want. And mostly this will be the high-end products. There are also contemporary brands, and very rarely there will be street fashion like Zara or something. It happens occasionally. That's not the place where you go to shop Zara secondhand. It, I guess, became relatively popular because it offers authentication, so you can choose to authenticate your item with Vestiaire Collective. So basically, some items they have a possibility that you get it shipped directly to you, and then it's cheaper. But if you choose authentication, the item will be shipped to France, it will be authenticated, then it will come with a tag which says that the item has been checked and is authentic. So I guess that's the reason why Vestiaire became popular, and why I choose to shop on Vestiaire is once because it's a reputable site, and to some extent I can trust that website or that platform. And also because I can select that I only want to see items which are available in Europe, and that's a very important thing for me because customs and duties are brutal. Vestiaire will add the taxes to your order, so you can just see how much it will be. You can just add something to your basket and see how much the taxes will be. So I like to select the items which are in Europe, and then I don't have to deal with the customs and pay extra costs. These are two reasons why I shop on Vestiaire, and the third reason will be kind of because I think it's cheaper. So for the buyer, I think it's still cheaper comparing to what I will find on the Real or Fashion File. So now, after a long introduction, let's move into the reasons why I don't like buying pre-loved. And I have here my beautiful agenda because of course I love my agenda and I try to be organized, and I wrote some points here. So why I don't like buying pre-loved. So the reason number one for me is if I'm buying something second-hand, because if we take the sugar coating away, a pre-loved, it's just basically second-hand, or it's a new item which somebody put a huge markup on it because it's hard to get item. That's reality. So if I go for something which is used, which is a second-hand, I want to have some big, major, considerable savings. And that's not the case most of the time. You might get some deals on some older, almost vintage or vintage things, but very often nowadays I find that the pre-loved market, it's not that much cheaper. And if it's a couple of €100 on a bag that costs €2,000, sorry, that's not it for me. That's not a saving. So it will never convince me to buy something on a pre-loved market if the difference is €200-300 on a bag. No. And keep in mind that I live in Iceland, so whenever I do my shopping, I always get tax-free. So I will get at least 10%. It should be around 12%, I think, but with the global LU and their currency conversion, it comes to, let's say, around 10% off. So whatever I buy in Europe, I take it to Iceland and I collect my tax-free, which is 10%. So I get 10% discount shopping, and taking items abroad. So that's my case. Nevertheless, even if I would not have that opportunity, 200-300 euro will never do for me to go and buy and hustle with that pre-loved. So I'm not tempted by that little discount to miss the in-store experience. And some people might also argue what kind of luxury experience or luxury shopping experience is now, because apparently the quality of service went down. Maybe it's changing, but still I prefer to go into a boutique, see all these beautiful bags on the shelves, try them on, see the colors properly, feel the leather, see if I'm liking it, if I'm not liking, talking to those salespeople. I consider myself an introvert, but I like talking to the salespeople, have this kind of, human experience. So I just like that, and I like to get, those bags wrapped with my ribbons and open my little gift at home, like a gift that I buy for myself, obviously, but I enjoy those all little things. The pre-loved for me is only when the item is really not available anymore and I cannot get it, or if something is cheaper or is a kind of good deal, which, as I said, I don't think these days we have good deals on the pre-loved market. Another reason, which is kind of obvious reason, no-brainer, that we might get not authentic item. And it seems like there is more and more stuff happening, and you have probably seen some other videos. And the scariest thing ever that I heard, that Louis Vuitton lost the case because they couldn't prove that they sold original back in their store. You know that Super Jacob was talking about it. That is horrifying. However, still, I think most of the time, right, like when we are buying in the boutique, we are buying an authentic item. And I am against fakes, and I have actually strong opinion and strong feelings about fakes. So I will never pay for a fake. I don't want to get a fake, and God forbid, I don't want to be caught with a fake which I don't know is fake. Oh my goodness, no, that's a nightmare. I totally feel Emilia when she was talking about that Gucci bag, and honestly, that's the video which stopped me from searching and buying Gucci Marmont in velvet, because I still like the bag. I wanted to get it. I was looking for a good deal. After Emilia's video, I'm like, no, thank you very much. The scale of fakes is big. We know, and it's growing, and it's really, really scary. So for my peace of mind and for my luxury experience, I do like buying new. So the first thing that really sometimes drives me crazy is the quality of pictures. So have in mind that on a site like Vestiaire Collective, it's regular people that are posting those, listing those items, and they are not professional photographers, and not even close to that, and they probably are not even familiar, many of them, with social media. So they really don't know how to do that, and they take pictures in light which is not appropriate. It's dark, there is a yellow cast, or if you open the picture and you can see that it was taken in the evening and the lighting is not correct, but you still don't know what exactly is the color or what exactly is the damage. If it's a bag that you know that you are looking for this type of bag, perhaps you will be able to say from pictures, not all, but assess, sometimes not even, sometimes the picture will be even slightly blurred. Quality of pictures might really be misleading. But if you're looking for something which is not on the market anymore, some colors, some seasonal colors, you will have hard time to assess what color is the bag and what you will get at the end. It could be an advantage if you actually know what you are looking for and you know exactly what is the bag, but somebody is really inexperienced in taking pictures and they posted really bad pictures, nobody is looking at them, then maybe you will snap the bag on a really, really good deal. So you could take advantage of this, but I think most of the time, especially when I looked at older styles of bag, which I don't know how they look, it's really a problem. Way people describe it, because there are some options like it's never worn with tags, never worn, very good condition, and I think fair condition. And what you think is a very good condition is maybe not what is very good condition for the person listing it. So you have to be mindful about it. And when I'm speaking about this, of course it's doable, but how much work you have to put into buying a bag? And to me, it should be fun experience, not just hard work. One thing that I noticed on Vestiaire since last year, I started to shop on Vestiaire May 2021. Now we have June 2022, and already a few months ago I noticed that the sellers become greedier. So the second-hand market is blooming and people are putting their prices up. So I can see that the bags that would go last year for even under 200, like some of the vintage style, like my Gucci Hobo bag, there were bags selling for 160, I think the lowest, this type of bag. 180, 90, that's what I paid, 200. Now these bags are way above 300-400. And there are some other bags like the Fendi Mama baguette. I remember they were selling under 300 euro, now 700, 750, 600 maybe, the lowest. So the prices went up on the second-hand market a lot. So it's good to be aware of that they are charging more. And in general, the listings are like, marked higher to start with. So it's more difficult to argue the price down. So that's a thing. And of course, if you argue the price down, or if somebody is willing to drop the price quite a lot, then you start questioning if it's real or if it's authentic. Of course, you can send it for authentication, but is it authentic? Oh my goodness, do we want to deal with it? Because personally, really, I don't. So that's the thing, and I'm not sure if also it's not because the Vestiaire is charging quite high fees. Everybody's telling me that the fees are high on Vestiaire. I've never sold anything with Vestiaire, so I don't know what exactly are the fees that the seller has to pay. So it could be that reason, but I guess there are both reasons. That's the fees, and also because second-hand market or pre-loved is more popular, so people are pricing their items higher. And when it comes to that, you might be a victim. If you don't know the price, if you don't know what is the market price, you can overpay quite easily for something that you just like. And if I have already came to the topic of fees and prices, Vestiaire was charging much less for their authentication process and for the shipping. So last year, direct shipping was free. And the authentication was different, the fee was different for cheaper items and for more expensive items. If I am correct, it was up to 3 or up to 500. There was a small fee, which was I think a 6 to 8 euro for authentication, and then there was a shipping cost. And above this 300 or 500 euro, I think the authentication was 10 euro. And the shipping, I can't remember, but it was also something very reasonable. Now, when I shopped something, I got shocked. First of all, direct shipping is not free anymore, so you have to pay 7 or 11 euro for direct shipping. Why? Because now they don't even want to deliver to your house. Now they can deliver to this post box or the mailbox or like, that collection point, which doesn't work for me because I have to ship it to my parents and they are not going to go somewhere and find the post box and deal with the technology. No. As far as I remember, I might be actually checking and putting it on the screen. It's about 11 euro for shipping it to your house. Then if you want to get the item authenticated, they are charging you about, last time I paid 26 euro, I think, for sending it to friends, authentication, and sending it to my parents. And funny enough, that price apparently doesn't matter if it's a cheap item or if it's more expensive, unless it's maybe for more expensive items, because I haven't been shopping anything which cost like 1,000 euro. Might check that out actually. I bought something which was under 100 euro, I think it was 80. And then I start to go through the process of like, the shipping and blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, what? So I have to pay 26 euro, 15 euro for authentication, for authenticating a little item, which is like a pouch or something. 15 euro of an item that cost 8 euro, plus the shipping cost, which is around 11 euro, I think. So it came to 26 euro, yeah. And I'm like, that's like 35% of the cost of the item. Like, that's insane. And we are talking only if it's shipped and, bought and shipped around Europe, because if it would be from abroad, then it would be even more. And the seller is also paying for the fee, for the selling fee. So I'm like, aren't you going too far, Vestiaire? Like, isn't it too much? And then speaking about authentication, we know that inauthentic items can slip through Vestiaire authentication process. And it has been loud about it, and I think you are very well aware of that. And of course you can go and authenticate yourself, but like, again, why would you bother yourself so much? Unless this is a really hard to get piece from old collection and like it's something that really you're crazy about, then yeah, of course you bother. But for shopping, in my opinion, shopping should be fun and pleasant, not hard work. So we know that this can happen, and we are not sure how Vestiaire would react to that, that you authenticate with a third party, like somebody from their teams that is authentic. So I guess it will be a little bit hard process. Another thing which I don't like about Vestiaire Collective, and which actually at the end turned me off from shopping of many things, is that the items are showing up daily, which you can just go into the app and say new, and then start scrolling what is new, what are the newest listings. And if something nice shows up there, it's taken like this. So before you even see it, it's taken by the premium member, because they have this premium membership when you are able to see items before everybody else. So like very often when there is something nice you want to buy, it's the reason that it's reserved by the premium member. And even if it's not taken by a premium member, and I'm not a fan of paying premium membership on a second-hand website, because why would I? Like, why I have to pay a membership to be able to spend my money? Even if it's not sold, you saw it and you are like, oh, maybe I want to buy it. Do I like it? Do I like this color? Or what is the bag? Let me Google it. 5-10 minutes later, it's already sold. You don't have time to think about it. You don't have time to make your decision. It's like hunting game. You have to know that I want this and this and this type of bag, and you have the money ready waiting for it, and you just shoot there when the bag comes. It's not like you can scroll and look, oh, do I like this bag? Oh, do I like this color? Do I need it? Oh, am I willing to spend this amount of money on this bag? You don't have time to think. When I'm in a boutique, I have time to walk around with the bag. I have time to make my mind. I can make my decision. I can come back later. Very often they will hold it for me for a day or two. You have this luxury actually about having time to think, because on those pre-loved sites you don't have time. You just have to get it or it's gone. And again, coming to the experience of luxury shopping and in shopping in general, I don't like it. I don't want to be forced and pushed. And the last negative thing which I want to mention, which happened to me actually a couple of times, is that the seller just doesn't ship the item. And I don't know what reasons are there. Like, there are sometimes somebody was on vacation or they were not available. And it happened twice that the item that I bought, it was not shipped on time, because Vestiaire gives the seller time, I don't know, 5 days, I think, 5 to 7 days to ship the item. And if the item is not shipped, then they just cancel the order. They cancel your transaction. They don't ask you if you are willing to wait a few days more. No, they don't ask you. They just cancel it. The second thing which actually happened, it was that the order was cancelled by the seller, which was very weird to me. Like, why are you selling something and the next day or 2 days later you are canceling it and you are like not shipping it? I would think that this might be also a sign if somebody is selling something which they know is not authentic, and you have picked authentication with Vestiaire, so they are trying to avoid that. I don't know. So you are excited about your new purchase, you are excited that you maybe snap something on a good deal, and then the seller is not available for whatever reason, they are not shipping it, and Vestiaire just automatically cancels it without asking you if you want to cancel, if you want to wait longer, or whatever. They just cancel it. It's like a bummer when that happens. You are excited about something coming to you, and then it's a bummer because oh, it's cancelled. Now, after all the negatives, let me tell you a few positive things. So, of course, I said, like, it's a very big platform. It's well-known, respected platform with the authentication issues which we know about, but still it is a reputable site to shop with. And on Vestiaire you are getting access to international markets, so you can basically shop anywhere in the world. Another thing which it helped me is also to kind of see for how much things are going, because Vestiaire is also showing you the items that have sold, and also that is for like a few months back. It's not only like last week or something. When you search for a specific type of bag, you can see actually things which were selling like months before. So you can get an idea about how much items are listed for how much they are going, and also if you look at the dates, like, you can see that they are going for more now than they used to go. Another thing is that people are listing there, so there's always new stuff popping into the market. So if you are like in the scroll mood, you can just always go and shop. It allowed me to explore some of the older styles. It allowed me to know some of the, like, especially Louis Vuitton bags that I did not know. They are very old. If you are new into the thing, it helps you to learn about the bags, about the styles. Another good thing which you can learn from Vestiaire is the wear and tear. And that's not something very obvious, but if you are obsessed or if you are into a bag and you are looking on the listing and you are like enlarging those pictures, zooming in, you can see where the wear and tear happens. And for me, I actually realized that Gucci bags like Marmont and Soho Disco bag, they have a lot of wear on the piping. And one thing I have to admit to Vestiaire, when the order is cancelled for the reason that the seller hasn't shipped it or they cancelled, you will get some discount code with Vestiaire. They used to have much more discount codes before, and you would be always notified, but now these days I am not really notified by this. And I rarely see any discount code. I don't know why is that. So if the order is cancelled for a reason that is not up to you, some external circumstances, then they will send you a code, like I think it's 10% code. Once there was actually a discount and it was hanging around for a couple of days, I think. And I contacted the seller about some Gucci item. And first they sent me offer back and I sent like a little lower offer. That person did not respond for over 24 hours. By the time they responded, that code was not working anymore. And I contacted Vestiaire and I was trying to ask them that, it took a long time for the seller to respond and this kind of, explain the situation. And you know what? They did not give me any little discount for that order. They didn't give me anything. They said, sorry, the code is expired and we cannot use it. And I was like, okay, maybe you can give me some other code, like, 10% off or something. No, we cannot do anything. And I'm like, you are charging everybody so much and you are not giving me a stupid 10% in this kind of situation when I wrote to you. And I was thinking that was really bad customer service. And I'm like, come on, it's like, it's nothing for them to give you 10% discount because they are charging sellers much more. And like in this, occasional situation, like, come on. And I know that you can send 10% discount because when the order is cancelled, then you are sending me a discount as a sorry, as I apologize for the inconvenience. So in that situation, you are not giving a customer a stupid 10% discount because of blah, blah, blah. We can do that. I'm like, of course you can, but you just don't want. I think that's all what I wanted to say in this video. I hope it has been helpful. I hope it has been insightful for the pre-loved market, for shopping on the pre-loved market, especially on Vestiaire. Thank you very much for watching. Thank you for spending some time with me. And until next time, don't forget to enjoy your life. Bye, guys.